Hello everyone, my name is Ozzyborn and welcome to my channel. And I say welcome back to my channel. Okay, so welcome back. If you're an old subscriber, or if you watched some of my previous videos and thinking to this one, or if you're new completely and you're just joining in for this video, welcome. Gosh, I need to get that part of my intro down, which is just saying welcome, not welcome back. Hey guys, so I'm really happy about this topic, you know what I mean? Which is gonna be me just talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! As you can see from the title, as it says why out of all the card games, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is my favorite, or the one that I play. I don't know what I want to do yet. Probably gonna be why it's my favorite. But there's just a lot of reasons why Yu-Gi-Oh! Is my favorite. Cause like, holy crap, like I cannot say just how much I really love like every single Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, just Yu-Gi-Oh! So much, like, cause you know, like unlike all the other ones, like for example Pokemon, like the anime is fine, like I'd have to say out of like the old series for both, like the very first ones, like the original episodes, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has Pokemon beat in that aspect, just in my opinion, so don't get triggered, people who are watching this and love Pokemon. I used to love, I still love the original Pokemon too, but if I had to say, I'd say the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Gives me more of a, feels a lot more satisfying to watch than the original Pokemon, which takes a little bit to get off, but I'd probably say now that Pokemon, especially Pokemon Sun and Moon, the anime for that is really good in my opinion, and I really love the art style. But getting back on topic, yeah, so Pokemon, the anime, it's in the beginning it wasn't good. Now it's on par with Yu-Gi-Oh's current series, aka Yu-Gi-Oh! V-Reigns, which in my opinion is the best they've had so far. And then as well, the card game of the actual Pokemon game. I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't, because the games, they're great. Like the Pokemon games compared to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games just get stopped. But when it comes to the card game, I'd have to say the Pokemon card game is a little bit too easy compared to Yu-Gi-Oh! But you know, that's alright with me. Like I'm not saying like anyone who plays the Pokemon card game is like a baby or something, or or if they play it, it's an easier game of what I'm playing. No, like I'm not that big of a fan of the Pokemon trade card game, so if it's just as complicated or even more complicated than Yu-Gi-Oh, you know, feel free to let me know that. But if you know, if it's not as complicated and you agree that Yu-Gi-Oh beats it, and just how to play and the complication of it all, let me know. And then of course you also have Magic the Gathering, which I'd say is a lot more for adults than it is for kids. Like I don't see many kids play it. I see more teenagers and adults. Me, I'm not really into it, but you know, I can see why people like it. For me, it's just not for me. Not my mental age. Not for my mental age audience. And then of course you have Vanguard. I don't know what else is supposed to be there, but if you guys know what I'm just gonna say Vanguard, and And whoever's watching this that knows about a card game named Vanguard, that's what I'm talking about. I'd say that's also pretty complicated. Like, I'd say every one of these card games that I'm mentioning is a lot more complicated than Pokemon. Like, Pokemon is to get settled into the card game universe, and then, you know, branch off from that. Because I used to play a Pokemon card game like all the time, but now I'm into Yu-Gi-Oh full time. But yeah, so it's really cool, just in my opinion. It's really cool. And then of course you have, I think that's about it. If there's any other card games, let me know, but those are like the big four for me. Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Vanguard, and Magic. Those were the only ones that I really know about. And then the anime for Vanguard, I'd say I haven't watched it, so I'm not able to judge it. I'll probably give an update on this video. Well, not an actual update, but like in one of my other videos, I'll probably mention what I think of the Vanguard anime, because I haven't seen it, so I'm not gonna judge it before I watch it. But for the moment, the card game, it's pretty complicated. Compared to like the others. It's not too complicated, like it's easy to understand, not too much to it, which is okay. I like having a lot of things added to my card game, which is why I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Like at this point, anybody who's brand new who wants to join, unless you can duel with somebody who is good at being patient and can explain Yu-Gi-Oh! Really well to you, that there's no way you'd be able to join in just willy-nilly, like, ooh, look at these cards, oh my god, how do I play with these, oh, and then they meet somebody in real life who's playing up until this point, and it's good news. They realize that the card game they just picked up is way more difficult than they thought it would be. Yeah, like the reason why I just love Yu-Gi-Oh! So much is, aside from just how the game plays itself, you know, all the different types of summoning, like normal, special, tribute, ritual, fusion, synchro, Xyz, pendulum, link, you know, all the different types of summoning. Aside from all of those, like, it's what I also love is just all the monsters that get added. Like, holy crap, I love all of them, especially all the different synchro dragons. Like, not just the ones in 5D. Like, the ones in 5Ds are beyond any of the other ones. Like, those are my top. Okay, so there's Stardust Dragon, Red Archfiend, Black Winged Dragon, Black Rose Dragon, Power Tool Dragon, Livestream Dragon, and Ancient Fairy Dragon. I think that's all of them. I know Power Tool Dragon is literally just Livestream Dragon, but you know, the first form, so I know I'm supposed to put Livestream Dragon there, but I'm just gonna I just like going in order for all of them. And then of course, you have all the other Synchro Dragons of all the other series that have been added since. Like for example, Arc 5, or Arc V, I like saying Arc V. I really love the Synchro version of the protagonist and his monster, Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Oh my god, it just looks so good. I love it so much. And then of course, the current series V-Raids, I really love Savage Borderland. Is it Borderland Savage Dragon, or is it Borderland? I don't know, you have to search it up. Just search up Savage Strike, and there should be the monster that I'm talking about right on the box. around the pack. And then, of course, Quantum Cyberse Dragon. Those two are like my favorite designs ever, even more than Firewall Dragon. And the weird thing is that I'm not even into dragons that much. I just really like synchro dragons. Like, if you gave me a deck of just dragon type monsters and none of them were synchros, I'd probably look at you weirdly and be like, I don't care about this. Because I really don't. I don't like normal dragons. I literally just love synchro dragons. That's about it. Because I'm more into overall spellcaster monsters, because watching the first series, that's where everything begins. That's where you get to see all the different monster types and be like, which type is going to be my favorite. Whether it's choosing whether it's choosing it's not Yugimoto, because Yugimoto in the series has his own monster, which is Gendora, the whatever dragon. I'm talking about like the other Yugi, with the older version of Yugi. Because I love Dark Magician. Dark Magician is amazing, and it's actually why I love spellcaster type monsters a lot. I don't even care if they're synchro, I don't care if they're normal, I don't care what type of card they are. I am so in once I have them, because I just love edition cards so much. Especially when you get into Arc V, which is another one of my which has another one of my favorite types made into reality, which is Pendulum spellcaster monsters, or Pendulum Magicians, aka Time Gazer Magician and Astro Gazer Magician. I forget what their names are, but just search up the Yugioh's Magicians, and I'm pretty sure they'll appear. But I love the designs so much. And of course, I can't forget Dark Magician's Apprentice and Disciple, Dark Magician Girl, which is another one of my favorites. I have to say, Magician, spellcaster monsters, and synchro dragons. Those are my favorite types of cards. Those are what makes me happy when I see them. Just like, oh shoot, because those are just the best. Those are just really cool. There's just a bunch of stuff. I can't, like, in Pokemon, I'd have to say my favorite cards are from the Sinnoh region. So any Pokemon from the Sinnoh region, or that came in during Diamond and Pearl's time, those are my favorite monsters. Those are my favorite Pokemon. Especially Empoleon, Infernape, and Torterra. Those are my favorite 3 Pokemon right there. Nothing can beat them. And especially like the 3 legendary Pokemon, Giratina, Dialga, and Palkia. Those are so cool. And then I'm not really into Magic enough for me to care about any of the different cards, so I can't say which ones are my favorite there, or which ones are my favorite for Vanguard. But just for Pokemon, those are my favorite. And then for Yu-Gi-Oh, I just have a whole bunch. From the very first series, I love Dark Magician Girl, Magician of Black Chaos, and even Dark Magician Knight, because he's just super cool. I know he's just still Dark Magician, but his role changed, but gotta love it. And then of course from the second series, GX, I didn't love any of them, actually. I haven't actually gotten into that series a lot. For 5Ds, I already told you I love every single one of the Synchro Dragons of that series, and all of their forms, like Majestic Star Dragon or Majestic Red Archfiend. I just love them all. They're just so good. And even like Montage Dragon, oh, so good. And then Iron Chain Dragon, you know, just all the Synchro Dragons, even though I know Manta Dragon isn't a Synchro monster, even though it should have been, because holy crap, that monster is amazing. Even though I get why you can't, because its special ability is to gain 300 times the level of 3 monsters in your hand that you sent to the graveyard or something like that, so I guess I can see that. But yeah, that was just... I just love that so extremely much. And then from Zexal, which was right after 5Ds, I'm not even going to talk about that. I hate Zexal with a flaming passion, so we're just going to skip over Zexal. So bye bye. And then of course from Arc 5, I already told you what I like from that, which is like I love mostly, like, the dragon side I love from that. I love Odd Eye's Pendulum Dragon, and I love Clearwing's Synchro Dragon. Those are the only 2 that I really like from that series, aside from the 2 Magicians that Yugioh has. And that's about it. And then for V-Rains, my favorite monsters are Savage Borderland Dragon and Quantum Cyberse Dragon. Those are my 2 favorites. That and also Firewall Dragon, but they were talking in. But I like the Synchro Dragons a lot more. So those 2. And yeah, it's just really cool, all the dragons and all that. And there's just so many reasons why I love Yu-Gi-Oh. Like Yu-Gi-Oh, like the reason why I love Yu-Gi-Oh so much is because of all the different types of monster cards and all the different protagonists. And I know a lot of people are gonna hate on me for this, but I love the dubs of all the things. I don't care if 4 kids makes them a lot more stupider. I look at the clips, and I can agree that, you know, it does. That they do ruin some things and they do censor some unnecessary things, but I'd have to say that aside from that, I love the voice actors that they assign for every single one of the characters, kind of the protagonist only, and maybe from Arc V, like all the different versions of the main protagonist. But that's literally it, because from the first one, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, I loved all of the voice acting, the dub voice acting for that. From GX, I haven't seen it enough, but Jaden's voice actor seems really cool. And then of course, you have 5Ds, which is my favorite. The whole first season, I'd have to say, has my favorite voice acting, because for some reason during the second season they replaced Leo's voice actor, and that kind of just threw me off. But still has my favorite voice acting in the very first season. I haven't watched too much into the second though. For Zexal, as much as I hated it, and as much as I hate the protagonist had a good enough voice actor, and the naked guy that followed him around, he actually had a really cool voice too. And then you have Arc 5 or Arc V, that I like calling it. All the different versions of Yugioh, they all have amazing voice actors, and I love them to death. Oh, so good. And then of course, finally, you have V-Rains, and I love the protagonist's voice actor. I love the co-character that supports him. I love the main heroine, or main female protagonist of the series. She has a really cool voice actor, and she also has a cool character overall. And I like her character a lot more than I do any others, except, well, May and Tay and May. Those 2 are always going to be my top 2. But aside from those 2, this girl and V-Rain, she's my favorite so far. V-Rains is definitely getting Yu-Gi-Oh! Back up the track. Yeah, so I hope you guys liked today's video. I certainly did. I know things were out of place But you know, that's just my videos if you're into them. So see you all next time. Bye.
A mistake? You had better watch what you say in front of me, you miserable purple-haired little freak!